It's all a new project. It's me doing Twitch completely wrong. So the idea here is that I'm going to make a load of games that are audience participation games. So instead of going onto Twitch and watching somebody else play a game, you go onto Twitch and you idly play a game. Good news, Laurentina has now died. I'm not keen on the idea of lots of men on the internet typing "bang Becky." What I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to be playing this with you guys that are here to start us off with. So thank you for coming for the opening of this brand new project of PrizeFighterTV. You'll be streaming every Thursday at 8 PM. Boom boom cha, boom boom cha. Come on, let's get these. Oh, it's taken a moment. It's the first time I've hit the button on Twitch. And it's not done what I expected it to do. I suspect something hasn't worked. Time to hit the debug console. We have gladiators in the arena. I think you might have just missed out on joining us there, Lord Morbius, but or maybe you didn't. Whose logo's that? There's a oh, that's the rogue. No, that's Chap Hunter. Oh yes, no, there you are, Lord Morbius. You are in. Right, so, Chap Hunter are fighting me. Because I can enter this. It's not Com Plus, so I'm allowed to enter. There's no prizes. So, we also have a lot of bots. So, Ronnie and Lord Morbius fighting each other. And, I don't know what happened. The camera moved away. I'm running around like a lunatic. And there's lots of bots. I've decided to stand in the middle of them and fight the champion Scorpion there. And right, so we are going at last. It's working. Right, so it looks like this boss Ronnie's still in this match. I think Ronnie himself has had to tune out because he's with his parents and his mother is too distracting for him. I think was the message I got. But that message came in whilst I was trying to fix this problem, and now it's fixed. So bot 30 and bot 50 fighting each other off. Right, so. There's our winner. After this sequence of battles, I'll explain how this process all works and how it's all completely different. And I forgot to put this back on full screen, so sorry. Sorry, I haven't done your idea yet for Bang Becky or Bang websites. Probably what I'll do rather than having my own. I'm not keen on the idea of lots of men on the internet typing "bang Becky." You know, I mean. I could see that starting a meme of its own. So I think I'll call it like Bang Website or something. Right, so, but I won't be coding that tonight. I've just got the thing working. I don't particularly want to be coding in the middle of this. I'd like it to just kind of work. You can upgrade your gladiator. The idea is, I want this to be a weekly event where every week we do a championship. And it looks like we've got Ankhags in the arena, but there's only bots left at the minute. So I'll talk about this championship. So every week there's a championship. And each championship, which is basically a series of the night's battles, there is a winner. And the winner gets a prize. And that prize is an item within Prize Fighter. And this week, the winner will get a leather torso piece to equip on their gladiators. Thank you for I think we've got a dragon, you know. We have. Okay, well, this is going to be a short fight. Oh, the dragon. It came out so soon. In Com Plus, it didn't come out until the 6-hour mark. I know, because I keep when I tell people about Com Plus and I sort of show them the stream, it's usually that fight I pull up. Look, we had a dragon. It's at 6 hours, 5 minutes and 30 seconds. So the last bot dies very rapidly to the dragon. Okay, so there's our 3 fights in sequence. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring forward the website. This is beckyrose.com, and it's where you will find your gladiators. Yeah, any gladiators, all of your gladiators will appear here. You get enough Denari to hire some extra gladiators to start with. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these 2 out, I'm going to level them up. I suggest you do the same. Go on to beckyrose.com, log in using your Twitch account. That all works. log in and get yourself some extra gladiators and level up the ones that have gained some experience. So I'm going to put some into attack on this guy and a bit more. Oh, you know what? Let's add that there. A bit more there. I've got loads of XP on this guy now because he's been in several fights, I guess, or something. Right, this guy also has a bucket ton of XP. His attack stat is terrible. I want you to be able to hit people. Hitting people gets XP. Right. So that's how you level up. When you've leveled them up, send them back to the Colosseum. So take them out of the Colosseum to work on them, send them back when you're done. The equipment is where you can spend an army on new gear. Oh, can't quite afford it yet. Every match you will earn Denari and you will earn experience points. And here is the current league table. So, PrizeFighterTV, that's me. I have 6 knockouts. I suggest you all go and get a couple more gladiators and do some leveling up to get your gladiators up to spec so that you can win tonight's championship. Otherwise it'll be me getting the leather torso. Right, so I have Pomponia. Lord Morbius has Maximinus, which looks like they're in the arena for the first time. And there's the winner of the last fight, one of those accursed bots. We will get them. Chav Hunter, I'm not sure you got multiple gladiators yet. Do you need help in figuring out how to do it? Let me know in chat if you do, and I'll talk you through the process. Oh no, they've got. Maybe you have. Sorry, I just not seeing your avatar because it's quite. The colours are quite close to the bot one, so I apologise if I called that incorrectly. So looks like I'm still in the arena. Go me! I'm still going actually. Oh, that's my chick. That's the tough one that's got all the equipment on her, and she's killed someone as well. It's another kill for the whatever her name is. There's that Fulvia who was a bit good earlier. No, you're too near Fulvia. Get away from her. No, don't hit Fulvia. You'll die. What are you doing? Oh no, this is where it goes wrong. Oh, helped by the tiger. I might. Oh, I honestly thought I was going to fluke a win then. I got killed by the tiger. Never mind. Okay, well, I see Lord Morbius is still in there, as am I. In fact, I think Lord Morbius just tried to hit me and died. Sorry about that. Oh, my guy's called Nero. The evil sod. I might have to work on Nero some more, give him some equipment and make him awesome, because seriously, it's called Nero. Marcia there for Chav Hunter, doing her thing, which at the moment is mostly running backwards and forwards. Okay, there's Nero fighting an invisible servant, trying to chase it down. Now I've noticed the frame rate's going a bit slow, so I might, and I've realised I've got all of the fires on, which is a bit much for my computer, so I think I will need to turn that down. Nero a fiddle. Well, I certainly intend to have him when I get the chariot racing stuff written. So, yeah, there's that. Because of course he famously loved his chariot racing, didn't he? 1700. It's not much for a weapon, because the weapons are, you know, usually a couple of thousand. But there are things like this, but it's got nice defense on it. And weapon damage. Then, oh, that's ludicrous. Ooh, what to do? I think I am going to get it. Well, I've clicked it now. Right, let's go recover my gladiators. It is time I did some real damage. Now that has brought her defense down quite low, I admit. And I'm going to ignore that. Let's get that over 7. And then more health, so she's in more fights, basically. That's the plan with this character. Oh, she's got so much XP. I'm getting a lot more XP than I expected to. Everything is very expensive. Do we lose stuff when we win? Could you please check? No, you don't lose anything when you win. It's permanent. And the reason things are more expensive now is because it's designed that this is something you play week and, you know, like an MMO, you build up over time. If you got to be super powerful at the end of the night, then come next week there'd be no challenge. So, and even if you don't come every week, I hope that you at least come some Thursdays and, you know, have some fun with PrizeFighter. And then come on the other nights when I start streaming the other games I'm working on, which aren't ready yet, but will be. So yeah, later on I'm really hyped up for the game I'm working on at the moment, because it's a bit more interactive than PrizeFighter. PrizeFighters are awesome in so many ways. All the interactivity is not during the matches, it's kind of on the website outside. Okay, we're active, so I'll get the champion off screen. So Lord Morbius going at, I didn't get to see who. Oh, Chaff Hunter just went down. He's gone for the same shield as I have, I see. So, oh, I just went down as well. The Rogue DM is killing us all. Our mission for the night is to make sure the players have got to win at least one match. So, Master of the Game is in the arena now. Hopefully, Sepasuit will appear in a match soon, because that's one less bot. So, let's see. Oh, it's me versus Master of the Game. It's not my big gladiator though. This is my... Oh, bot 47 has heals. That's just cheeky. There's my other hub just emerging onto camera. Hello.
We're a tiny...
We're a tiny
window,
blurry
yes.
thing right
well,
there.
Yes, I know, because I watched the first bit before, so it sounds okay.
All good?
Mm-hmm. Are you?
And now it's working. Took an hour to get it all working. It's all a new project. It's me doing Twitch completely wrong. So the idea here is that I'm going to make a load of games that are audience participation games. So instead of going onto Twitch and watching somebody else play a game, you go onto Twitch and you idly play a game. Sepasuit just on screen in the background at the moment and has just gone down. Bot 44, Laurentina is your nemesis there, it seems. So, good news, Laurentina has now died. So the goal here is to be the winner of tonight's league. This is the current standings. So, I am leading, woohoo, with 14 knockouts. I'm just realizing I'm going to move this website down below me. There we go. Right. So, yes, 14 knockouts. But wins take priority, so it only requires one of us to win a single match, and then we'll go straight to top. Here, this will never reset. This tonight's top looters, this will reset every week. All-time gladiators doesn't reset at all. This is all-time, and if you get into the top 10, you get your gladiator rendered for all the world to see. And at the moment, we're not quite there, but we're working on it. And I don't really have a strategy with this guy. I'm just hitting random stuff and hoping it's fine. I guess I'm just gonna level out stuff, am I? I don't know. I'm just clicking things with him. Is there anything I want here? Oh, look at that. Attack speed. And it's only 18 gold. Yoink! Is there anything else I want? Oh, now that's a good weapon for the money. It's not too bad. It's actually pretty much as good as this sword I bought, but without the defense stat drawback. I'm tempted to buy that. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy that. I'm so broke all of a sudden. Chav Hunter is outspending me in the charity donations department here, so it's entirely possible his gladiators are going to outdo mine soon. But I have the lead. I have the lead, so as long as he doesn't win more matches than me, I'll be fine. Martinus there, trying to chase down the Rhino, following it around the arena, hoping one day it stays still enough, long enough for him to hit it. Chav Hunter getting in on that action as well. Does get a hit on. It's Chav Hunter, one bot and a Rhino. I'm now concerned because Chav Hunter could win tonight if he wins this bout. Let's see which way it goes. Saturnina is his opponent at the moment, and there is a loose Rhino. Oh, there's a lot of blood on Chav Hunter. He's gone down. So Lord Morbius is still in this one, but that is a gladiator with, I think, 7 fights and no knockouts yet. Got work to do on Amma there, Lord Morbius. And she died to a Rhino, which is actually no disgrace. The Rhino is pretty tough. And also, may I just say, brilliantly animated. Which gladiator have I got? Oh, it's my one that I have no build strategy for. He's just a generalist. I think my goal with him now will be to build up his XP stat. Chav Hunter, oh my god, you've got a really good gladiator in right from the start. Let's have a look at your stats if he appears on the screen. Oh, we've got a Rhino in though. Rhinos are tough. Oh, I'm taking on Seversuit. 5 fights and 2 KOs with that gladiator. Now, that's a fairly new gladiator you've got there then, Chav, but he's only had 4 fights. So you must still be getting the initial XP surge with him. So it's probably not going to be a real threat for a few more fights. And then his stats are going to be too insane. Oh, I'm in with a chance. It's my unknown guy against a Rhino. Oh my god! I've done it! Victory in the arena! The leather breastplate will be mine! Who knew not spending XP was the way to win? Well, there you go. A complete noob can win. That was my number 3 gladiator. Alright, now I've got my big gladiator in, going straight for Seversuit. And that's a slightly upgraded gladiator there too. Oh, Chav Hunter's got one of the cloaks on there. I can't remember the stats on that particular cloak. Either way, dead now. But Pomponia is still in there. Come on. 2 fights, that's what I want to see. Yeah, I can win 2. Maybe I can win all 3. Oh, it's gone to my head already. You see, I'm drunk on victory. Come on, Pomponia. Oh, there's a lot of blood coming at me. I died. That is the end of Prize Fighter this week. It's not quite the end of this stream. So, there's our final standings. I was the winner. 38 fights, 32 knockouts, but that 1 win. Woo! Victory! Which means I should be... Oh, would you believe it? I've made the top 10 with my most basic gladiator. Lord Morbius was 2nd, Chav Hunter 3rd, Seversuit 4th, Master of the Game 5th, and then Rogue DM, Ronassa 71 and JTV rounding out the top 8. Alright, I'm going to level up my guys for the last time. Then I will check in chat and I will show you the new game. But first of all, my prize! Boom! No, appear so I can re-render so I can see the leather armor. There we go. Yay! Oh, accidentally double clicked. No, appear so I can see the armor. There we go. Still need to replace the leggings though and get her a helmet. Meanwhile though, attack stat needs to go up. She's starting to look like she's capable of winning a fight. The idea is, and it won't quite look like this, this 3D view will be sort of the top right of the screen, and then on the left you're going to be seeing your card data. Awesome! glad to see you. Your car data, and then at the bottom will be some commentary data. And the idea is you manage your car for a race, for an endurance race. So you tell the driver when to push, you tell the driver when to look after the car, you tell the pit crew what things to do during each pit stop, and I want to do all of that with chat commands. So it's actually going to be a bit more interactive than PrizeFighter is, because you'll be able to, you know, configure what your car is doing during the course of the race. Now at the moment I've got it set with 60 cars, but it does run with 100. I don't know if it'll still work with 100 when I've finished. If I put it up to 200, it is a little choppy, especially even at 100 when there's a lot of cars on screen, it goes a bit choppy. You know, a bit, frame rate goes down a bit. But there's the thing about these games, I think, why maybe they're not really a thing, is that with a game like this, normally you would like if you were writing a racing game, you do complex physics obviously for the player's car, and you do complex physics for computer cars that are just in front of the camera. But things that are further away, you normally do simple physics. But because I've got 100 player cars, or 60 player cars in this case, I have to use the complex physics for all of them. So things have to be simplified, and compromises have to be made all over the place to try and make these things, you know, this kind of game work. But I think, even though it's quite sort of simplistic physics, I think it kind of works for me, this game. I've been just kind of enjoying watching a few NPC races. So here's the grid going through. Oh, so I haven't done the camera yet. It's under manual control and it's not very good. So you've got the lead class of LMP1 cars, then we've got the LMP2 cars, then we've got the GT1 cars, which are my favourite, and then behind them we'll have the GT2 cars, which are not my favourite. There's a lot of them coming down the grass for some reason. I haven't done sound on this yet. I think it kind of takes itself a bit more serious than Wacky Racers, in terms of how it works, but there's been some incidents. They will settle down. The start tends to be slightly bedlamy because there's no grid. Like the grid is quite close. In actual Le Mans, they do a rolling start to avoid first lap issues. But I haven't really got crash physics in this because I don't want players to crash out and lose their car. There are bad things can happen, but it should always be a situation that's recoverable. So when they hit each other, rather than have crash physics and dents, it just has an amount of bodywork damage that makes your car go slower. So anyway, this is one of the tracks. I've got like half a dozen I've been working on, and I'm currently working on a rough facsimile sort of the Le Mans track, very rough. It's an approximation. That's currently a work in progress, which was the setting I had to change before I could show you this. And what I think I'm going to do, just because I kind of love this, I'm just going to do a little bit of code here in the browser. I'm going to tell everyone to go in the pits, because the pit lane just becomes absolute bedlam, especially if you do it like this on the very first lap of the race, which just shouldn't really be done. It's not something that would happen. It just all becomes this huge kind of traffic jam. But it's kind of cool, like if you would like go sort of 20 laps in with the pit activity, it would be fascinating just kind of watching the gymkhana of it. Because it tends to work a bit better once the cars are a bit more spread out and you see the cars coming in, and it's just this sort of disorganised orchestra of madness at some point. And this is going to be like a sci-fi / cyberpunk version of Prize Fighter. This is the arena, basically. And it's got some lovely little details in here. It's a bit dystopian with its messages. because everything's money related. Profit first, the price of freedom is slavery. What's the message on this one? Curfew outside of working hours. There we go. That's the kind of thinking that came out of lockdown, I'm sorry to say. But this won't be... I will either put roofs on, or you won't be able to move the camera up here in the final thing. But yeah, this is the arena, so I wanted something sort of really sort of dystopian and to do the sci-fi equivalent. But what this one's going to be is I'm going to have a mixture of sci-fi infantry type things, similar to PrizeFighter. You'll be able to gear them up in different equipment. Won't be quite the same range as on PrizeFighter, but you'll have mechs as well. So you'll have giant walking robots, and you'll be able to design and build those too. That's the plan. So that's game 3. This one's a way off. As I say, I'm still playing with different prototypes. This was a sort of a city that I was working on just as a kind of a sort of a test, as it were. And well, I learned things just building this city, and I think the final thing will when I build the final thing, it will have some elements of this. But this is, as I say, is a prototype, and I think that game is a little way off yet. I've got to get the race game done first. So that's it, really. I hope you enjoyed PrizeFighter. It will be back next Thursday. Hope you enjoyed the little previews too. And I hope you're excited, looking forward to playing them. And I hope, more than anything, that I see you again next Thursday. And please bring a friend, because we should have less technical problems. The more we run it, the better we'll get at it, and the smoother everything will get. And I might even fix that exploit that Sepasuit sent me tomorrow.